I am getting more confident in how long it takes me to edit these in the morning, which means that I am waking up later, which means that I'm going to get myself into a pickle if I'm not careful. So let's see what today's tea is. What's today? The 8th. See if I remember that in 10 minutes, shall we? Christmas morning blend on the 8th. Good job. It's a black tea though, so it's got caffeine. Yay! Good morning, welcome and welcome back to Paper, Paint, and Spaceships. It is December 8th, and before we talk about December 8th, I want to go back. Blush, I did not mention it yesterday because I was so caught up with what it looks like that I didn't mention that it is a tiny bit polychromatic. It's got a little bit of yellow within the pink shading. I don't know if that was intentional because you can see it much, much less in the actual writing. The other thing that I want to point out, which was pointed out to me by a friend, is that Little Green Men, the patterns on the stickers, there's a little hand right there. So I thought that was cute and wanted to share. So I think yesterday I totally lost my train of thought because I just remembered I didn't write things down. But I think yesterday there was no real winner, though everybody kept talking about blush and how much and what blush looked like. So we're going to call Inkvent the winner just because of how much it was talked about. And now if you'll give me a second, I will go get the predictions so that we can talk about them. All right, we're back. I film with my phone from from top down, and I needed my phone to find the predictions. My phone has this neat new feature where it will tell me how level it is. Maybe it's always had that, but I have never noticed it before. Anyways, let's talk about Inkvent. Let's talk about other stuff first. So in 2019, the Inkvent was Gold Star. It is a really light yellow with gold shimmer. So, is as advertised. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah. It's going to be hard to get that to show up. There you go. Just a little bit. (2021) was Raspberry Rose, which I think is a really pretty color. Forest Gâteau from a couple years later kind of reminded me of Raspberry Rose, but I think it was a deeper color. Jingleberry was 2022. They did not stray far from the year before. I really wonder if the folks at Diamine compare day to day what they've done, because there are a lot where you have these sort of repeating themes. Like I think 2019, 2022 were both greens, and yeah, they just intersperse yellows every once in a while. And 2023 is Jacaranda. which I think there are a couple of ways to spell that. This came out, I think, the same year as Encanto. And so I had a hurricane of jacarandas stuck in my head for 3 months. $2024 Inkvent was Marley, which is a proper polychrome. So you can see kind of in the middle there, there's a little bit of pink in that purple. I think Marley is really pretty. I like it a lot. 2024 color vent is Blue Moon, which is a really pretty, bright, kind of pale blue. So for 2025 Inkvent, we have a couple of predictions. We have a bright blue with magenta sheen, which I think was a bit of a a vindictive guess. We have blue and we have a yellow. So those are our guesses. Blue, blue, or yellow. What's the date? It's the 8th. Excellent. Cool. All right. Dreamcatcher. Could be blue. Could be purple. Well, it has some extreme sheen, so I'm scared. I'm in danger. I'm going to go ahead and use my slightly stained pipette that has a little bit of red pigment. Okay, all right. So you may have seen me shake the bottle. I've gotten oh, really? Oh, this is not tenable. Oh, maybe I just can't get it open. Am I even pulling the wrong way? Which way does this open? Yeah, it opens that way.
1 hour later.
Yeah, so here is the problem with sheen. Sheen, if it gets on your cap area, it is like freaking glue. I'm going to want to clean that off before, anyways. And just go ahead and plop that over there. And so I think what had happened was, we'll have to rinse that out after. I think what had happened was it had gotten, it was not dry when it was closed, and so it had gotten all over. Okay, so this is going to be a blue sheener. All right. No points for what the sheen color is. I can tell you I can already see it on the bottle. There we go. I'm just getting it everywhere. Wow. The extreme sheens kind of scare me. Every time I open one up, I feel afraid. So the way that I got this open is I ran it under the tap. I ran it under a little bit of warm water so that it would loosen, like expand the cap, and then I could see all of the ink that had dried around the bottom just kind of like coming out in the sink. It was like, oh yeah, that is definitely what happened. So this is in fact an extreme sheen. I would say it's more sheen than ink. Let's put that up there and bring this here. I'm gonna have to definitely wash my brush after this, possibly get a new cup of water. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to get some more water. Right back. And every time I get up, I take the opportunity to check on a cat who has decided he's not hungry. Okay, this is a really upsetting situation here. So let's go ahead and clean this off too. Yeah. Starting the day with inky fingers. This is fine. We're just gonna put that over there in containment. And wash my brush.
1 hour later.
Sometimes you find an ink that makes everything that came before seem really tame. This is that ink. I really don't even want it on the base of my bristles, but I know that it's only, there's only so much I can do. Like, it's still coming out so blue. Like there's still so much in there. This is why you treat sheens with respect. You do not use your sheening inks willy-nilly. You give them the personal space that they deserve because this happens. We're gonna move on, and I will try to deal with that later. The good news is that's already dry. So let's bring this down here, tremble with fear, and go on to, I put that straight in the, like there's inky fingers, and then there's inky fingers, and then there's just goofy. Anyways, I was trying to, I'm fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. This is going so well, you guys. Happy Monday. Let's go on to color vent today. So move that up there so we don't get sheen on the back of the box. The predictions today are orange, purple, and gray. So we'll find out who won. Ooh, snow angel. Which, now that it was pointed out, it's got little wings on the... I'm looking at the other little doodles, and I think the first one that really had something that you're like, oh yeah, that is related, is maybe Apollon, because it's got a little sun there. And then it's Little Green Men, and Snow Angel has little wings. Let me actually read the blurb, huh? Through Hubble's lens, the silhouette of an angel drifted like a taupe-colored mist. Taupe. It's not taupe. Don't say it like that. Don't be weird like me. Okay. Let's just get everything. Oh my gosh. Is this another pink? I think this might be another pink. I mean, I think it's taupe, if I'm honest. It is not glistening. I was about to have words with this bottle if it was also not going to open. My slightly blue tinged water is just fine for rinsing this out. So let's smear. You know, after Dreamcatcher, I think taupe, like a light taupe, is just fine. Yeah. Make sure everything is, in fact, clean. This might be tricky to do. Okay, what is this? Snow Angel. All right. That is a... That sure is taupe. I think it's kind of pretty. It's like a pink brown. So nobody got Colorverse today. Though Inkvent, yeah. Let's go do a swatch and hope it is clean enough. Hope it stays taupe. Yeah. I'm gonna get a slightly bigger brush just because it's clean, because that is not coming out. So. Okay. Well, the good news is it pushed the sheen away. The bad news is I don't know how I'm going to get my smaller brush clean. Colorverse. Okay. So there's that. Going to set this over there to dry and bring this back and talk about these for just a second. Dreamcatcher is an intense sheen, almost extreme, you might say. Snow Angel is, I think I'm going to stick with my first answer of pinkish brown, brownish pink. You can see some shading in the writing, which is always nice. And it's a lot darker around the edges, so I think that's an interesting effect. I do like Snow Angel a lot. I don't know how practical it would be for in a pen. It's pretty light. And as you can probably tell by the fact that I talk about what I'm hesitant to put in my pens and what has been banished from my pens, I'm a little bit careful. I try to keep my ink selections practical so that I can actually use them. I don't like being I don't like struggling to use a pen. And sometimes with these lighter inks, you struggle to use the pen. And so you have to get a really wet writer. Yeah, so let me know in the comments which one you prefer. Let me know what you think tomorrow's going to be, and I will see you then. Bye.